Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Dice Game, and I very much hope that this video finds you well and in very good spirits wherever you are in the world. And right now I'm finding myself finished with the 31 days discussion video series that I recently was able to complete here on this YouTube channel. And that series was over the course of 31 days. It was my great honor and privilege to have been able to speak about a film from each of these genres, the gangster film, and the police film genre from 1970 to the present. So that was one video per genre per day, or 2 videos per day over the course of 31 consecutive days. And so it was a very fun and a very rewarding experience. And so I want to take this opportunity once again to thank you so much, my dear friends, for your kindness, encouragement, and support and enthusiasm along the way of these 31 days. I was very overwhelmed by the great enthusiasm and the great excitement that you also shared with me with regard to your love of these particular genres and the examples that you cited and your own lists and the like. So that really lifted my spirits in so many ways that were so valuable and so helpful and so encouraging to me. And that was the fuel that really pushed me forward throughout the 31 days. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for your continued kindness and encouragement and setting such great examples for what it means to be excited about cinema. So I always look to you to provide me with those great examples, because you are, my dear friends, such wonderful cinema enthusiasts. And so I always look to you for guidance and inspiration all the time. Thank you so much. And indeed, your inspiration was so helpful to me over the course of the 31 days. So I really want to thank you for that. I should also say too that I did my very best to try to speak about films that, for one reason or another, were films that I was thinking about at the time. This wasn't necessarily meant to be a best of or my top favorites ever, so it wasn't set in any specific ranked order and the like. But at the same time, there were maybe some considerations I made about what I wanted to speak about, say at the very end of the series and that sort of thing. But those considerations aside, overall, this was just maybe a list that I came up with, maybe kind of just to reflect upon what I was feeling at the time in the context of these two similar yet different genres. So in that way, of course, I acknowledge that maybe my choices might not necessarily have been appropriate all of the time. Of course, these are genres that aren't for everyone, so maybe some of my choices might be films that are not necessarily to your tastes. But that's okay, that's fine. That's one of the great things about cinema, after all, is that we can have a wide range of differing opinions and still, at the end of the day, come together and have these wonderful discussions. And so discussions and debates and the like. And so because that's the one thing that we all share, among other things, of course. But one of the main things that we share is this common love of this great thing which we call cinema. And so that can yield many discussions, both on agreement and also on maybe diverging opinion. But that's great. So that is my way of saying that maybe what I was talking about might not necessarily be the same collection of films that, say, you might have chosen if you were to do, say, your own 31 days list. And I completely acknowledge that. I know that my choices might be imperfect, might be unsatisfactory. But as I say, they did come from the heart. They did come from my feelings at the time and my enthusiasm and my excitement for these particular films that were chosen, again, for the reasons that I tried to make clear during the course of those specific discussions. So, of course, the 31 days is not anything exclusive to me, which is my way also of saying that. Please, if you want to make your own lists, if you want to have your own discussions, if you want to share with me your list in a comment, or if you have a YouTube channel and you want to make your own 31 days discussions, or whatever format you want to talk about, with regard to, say, your favorites or some recommendations of the genre that you might have, please, I would love to see that. I would love to read that. Again, my list is my list, but your list is your list, and that's exciting to me. I'd love to hear what it is you have to say, or what films you would mention if you were in the same position I was in. So that would be so exciting for me. If you feel that way, if you want to share those lists with me, please, I am always open to that. I am all ears. And if you have any video discussions you want to share with me as well, you want to leave a link to your video or something, you can always do that here. I'm very open to that as well. This is my way of inviting you. The door is always open. There is no closing of doors. There's no, I'm not. There's no. I'm not Al Neary closing the door on you. I'm in fact opening the door, and I'm opening the door wide open and inviting you anytime. If you ever want to talk about these genres, if you ever want to share with me your takes, your perspectives, your choices, your lists, or if you just want to have just a discussion about anything with regard to these cinema genres, or indeed any genre, I would always be happy to entertain those comments and those invitations to the best of my ability, because, as I say, you provide such great examples of inspiration and cinema enthusiasm. So it is the very least that I could do. And so I would take it as a badge of honor to be able to listen to your takes and views, and to receive those in whatever form is comfortable for you, and to be able to respond in a way that I would be able to, given my own limitations and circumstances, of course. So that is my way of concluding this 31 days discussion, and once again thanking you all from the bottom of my heart for the opportunity to be able to do this. It has invigorated me in ways that I really want to say, just I'm so grateful, and it has given me a boost of energy. So I'm so thrilled and happy with how it turned out. And it's also maybe the hopes that maybe similar projects might occur in the future on this channel. So we shall see what the future has in store. Hopefully we can do that again very, very soon. But in the meantime, my dear friends, once again, I hope this video finds you well and in good spirits, and that you are happy and healthy and well, and the same holds true for your family and friends and loved ones. And once you have taken care of that very important matter, my dear friends, once you have taken care of those important things, then it is my deepest hope that you are able to watch a lot of great movies. So once again, my dear friends, thank you. And until we meet again, cheers.